Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This video is about descent of testes. Now this is the only table in first aid pertaining to that, and there's no boards and beyond video on that, so that's why I'm here talking about it. And it clearly is not that important, that's why I'm going to be really quick and not go into the depth of this. Okay, so descent of testes. Last May we'll discuss the table also. So this is how the adult male anatomy is. We see the scrotal sac is an outpouching of the wall. Okay, that's how the descent of testes starts. For testes to descend somewhere, there should be some place. That will be your scrotal sac. So that starts as an outpouching of your anterior abdominal wall. Okay. Now, why is the testis descending? Because the anterior abdominal wall is connected to the testis through this fibrous band of tissue that is called as your gubernaculum. Okay, so if this is going downwards, obviously this will be pulled and it will eventually descend. What happens along with that is the peritoneum also starts evaginating, or you could say outpouching. Okay, and as it is outpouching, this testis is invaginating it sideways. So there's so many things happening together. So it goes on invaginating until the point it separates the processus vaginalis. This outpouching is called as the processus vaginalis. Why is it called vaginalis? Eventually it forms the tunica vaginalis. So yeah, this is the tunica vaginalis from the processus vaginalis, and this part gets obliterated, closed part, so that there is no connection between your abdominal peritoneum and your testes and scrotum and whatever it is. Okay, so that's all about descent of testes. One more thing is that there's also progressive shortening of the gubernaculum, so that also helps in the descent of testes. That is clear. Now we'll talk about females. Okay, first of all, processus vaginalis, there's no such thing as abdominal outpouching in females because there's no scrotal sac. So even if processus vaginalis starts to become, eventually it will become obliterated. There is no remnant, nothing in the female body. Talking about gubernaculum, so I don't know the details of what happens, but I know how to remember the first aid information. So the testis is connected to your anterior abdominal wall through the gubernaculum. So based on our previous video on the female reproductive anatomy, how would you say that the ovary is connected to the anterior abdominal wall? Not specifically anterior abdominal wall, let's just say the anterior body wall. Okay, it's not directly attached, it is attached to the uterus, and then the uterus is attached to the anterior body wall. And what are the two ligaments doing that? This is done by the ovarian ligament, and this is done by the round ligament, right? So these two are actually the remnants of your gubernaculum. That's how I want to remember this. I don't want to go into the details. So yeah, that's all. One more thing is, so yeah, this is what I wanted to show you. Ovary is connected to the uterus through the ovarian ligament, and the uterus is connected to the anterior body wall through your round ligament. So that's done. One more thing that can happen, an abnormality in processus vaginalis, is the accumulation of fluid in here. Okay, now imagine you have your testis, okay, and this is your processus vaginalis, and this is your obliterated part. If fluid accumulates here, we'll call it an hydrocele. But because this is obliterated, it is a non-communicating hydrocele. But by chance that obliteration hasn't occurred, and this is how your processus vaginalis looks, or your tunica vaginalis looks, and fluid accumulates all over here, then we will call it a communicating hydrocele. So that's all I wanted to add, just a little basic intro into hydrocele. So yeah, that's it. So let's go to the table. So we have our gubernaculum, which is a band of fibrous tissue, anchors testis with scrotum, and the female remnant is the ovarian ligament and round ligament of uterus. The processus vaginalis is an invagination of the peritoneum. It forms a tunica vaginalis. Persistent patent processus vaginalis means hydrocele, and in females it is obliterated. So yeah, that's all for this video. Thanks for watching.